November poll. In Sukuta, Ahmad Ba promised supporters that an elected United Front government will eradicate poverty in the Gambia. He said democracy will also be strengthened. Amisila of Doi called on the women of Sukuta and Combo North in general to rally behind Ahmad Ba and the United Front Alliance, saying the alliance is here to build a new Gambia. Addressing supporters in Brufut, Halifa Saleh of NAD said a United Front government will be based on transparency and accountability. He urged the people of Brufut to make wise choices in the upcoming elections. Mr. Saleh promised to establish an independent and efficient judiciary if the alliance is voted into office. He told supporters that the opposition's role is to unseat any government that is not serving the interests of its people. Mr. Saleh also promised to increase the number of women in parliament and revise the country's constitution to serve the citizens better. Reporting for the news, I am Mustafa Mbaye.
The Independent Electoral Commission says that in its bid to ensure the full participation of all stakeholders, especially the electorate in the November 24th presidential poll, it has trained, funded and delegated the two youth groups, the National Youth Parliament and Youth Ambassadors of Peace to sensitize voters. An IEC media release that states the move the Commission calls laudable is geared towards complementing the IEC's efforts and ensuring that all registered Gambians vote in line with the theme for this year's election, which is "The Gambia Decides, Be Part of It." All stakeholders in the electoral process are therefore encouraged to provide the two groups the support they need in the execution of the noble venture the dispatch ends. The Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Her Excellency Ajah Dr. Aissatou Saidi, on Wednesday met with officials of a German airline that's poised to exploit the Gambian air transport market. The entry of Germany in the local air transport industry is expected to turn the Gambia into a hub, boost tourism, as well as create employment opportunities for the citizenry. Famara Fofana was at State House and reports the airline that is yet to be operational is set to be Gambianized both in terms of outlook and personnel.
The Vice President by Male Salah. The coming into the Gambia by this group of investors representing the Germania airline of Germany comes at a time when the company is celebrating its silver jubilee. Highly elated Gambian authorities, including the Vice President and the Tourism and Culture Minister, see their potential investment in Banjul as one that could provide the answer to a country experiencing some bottlenecks with air access.
From Banjul International Airport as its home, and opening the Gambian skies to both the sub-region and also to Europe and other parts of the world. We saw that one of the main problems that are facing the tourism sector of this country has been the issue of air access. And until we solve this problem, the number of tourists who would visit the Gambia would not reach the threshold of the GTA.
With the Gambia seen as an investment haven and tourism accounting for a considerable percentage of the country's GDP, Gambian officials were also of the conviction that Germania Airlines, when fully operational in the country, can be a major boost to the hospitality industry.
A Gambian airline that would fly from the Gambia to the world and from the world to the Gambia would be a good start in our vision to achieve the 500,000 mark for tourism incoming tourism for the Gambia.
That we will provide an airplane in a livery, in a color of your nation, that we will employ cabin crews, cockpit crews, that mean in advance to the start of the operation, we will have them into our organization, having them trained, and then when the startup will be, to have already Gambian employees working along with German employees.
Germania's willingness to spread its tentacles in the Gambia, they say, is informed by a host of factors, notably the enviable peace and stability prevalent in the country, as well as its strong presence in the economic community of West African states. This group of German airline operators also promised that their company will be highly Gambianized, something the Vice President Ajah Dr. Aissatou Saidi believes augurs well for the vision government has for the employment sector. Famara Fofana, GRTS.
Prosecution's seventh witness in the trial of Dr. Amadou Skatret-Janneh and 3 others has said that no portion of the information contained in the CCG emails was concocted. Usman Top was being cross-examined by the defense lawyer Lamin Kamara. We have more on today's court proceedings in this report by Ibrahim Ajata.
On the cross-examination, prosecution's seventh witness Usman Top told the Special Criminal Court that the CCG emails were printed from a computer at the Brusubi police station. None of this information was cut and pasted. It was downloaded from the CCG archive of mails, fed into a computer, and later printed, Top testified, while emphasizing that the correspondence was not derived from a website, but from a CCG email account. G411@gmail.com is the email account of the Coalition for Change the Gambia, according to the prosecution witness, who told the court that the host of the printed mails were sent by the first accused as the coordinator of the CCG, who told the Special Criminal Court that he has a good understanding of computers, denied the assertion by the defense lawyer that since the emails don't contain the name of the first accused, they could have been posted by anybody. Usman Top further adduced that the first accused was the one who posted the email on the CCG audio messages meant to be sent to Sud FM for transmission in his role as the group's coordinator. The 25th of May is Labor Day, according to the witness, who also revealed that Africa Liberation Day is also celebrated on the same date as specified on one of the CCG mails. The prosecution witness told the court he could not recall the date on which the accused were arrested. I can't recount if it was before or after Africa Liberation Day, Top revealed, and added that he was in the country on the 25th of May, but no demonstration took place. The CCG logo on the email is the same one on the T-shirt, according to the prosecution witness, who told a wholly crowded courtroom that the slogan on the email is offensive. Freedom, as written alone on the back of the T-shirt, is not distasteful, but linked with the phrase at the front, it is solely offensive, according to Usman Top, who further revealed that the wordings are connected because they are printed on the same T-shirt, which he said refers to the government by virtue of the words, I quote, the Gambia. And dictatorship now also refers to the passing of the president, according to the prosecution witness, who revealed that the above phrase underlines the move to effect a violent overthrow of the government. The case continues. Ibrahim Ajata, GRTS.
President Jammeh's thank you tour is taking him to towns in the Central River region. Abdunjai, who was with His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh and entourage, said jubilant supporters in the Upper River region turned streets to welcome the head of state.
The state of defection was again at the epicenter of the president's political sweep. It was this time a massive one that officials say has shaken the opposition in the region to the very core. The villages involved were Tabanani, Dorna, Bantanto, Sololo, Mabalikoto, and Dobonkunda. From them, a total of 400 former supporters of the United Democratic Party announced they have broken relations with Dabo. Muye Fadi, who spoke on their behalf, said these communities have changed heart because they desire development, results, and not empty promises. Years of opposition support, he said, has saved them whatever chances they might have had to maintain a reasonable place in the government's development priorities, initiated by the current leadership to improve the lives of Gambians. The first signs of welcome and acceptance were issued by the incumbent, who had earlier on stated that it was important for the party to be able to accept people wishing to join his development bandwagon. This is, after all, not only about politics, but the welfare of the people that is at stake. President Jammeh went on to register his appreciation to the people of the Central River region for the support and loyalty they have maintained for the Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction Party. It is true to say that I am in power in God's will, he said, but this has been through your support and those of the rest of the country. The incumbent, who is now seeking renewal of his mandate to serve in the country's most highest office, also thanked the youth and the women of the country for their unflinching support to the APRC. He cited as example the turnout in Bansang as a strong manifestation of the special love people have for the party, and him in particular. In this year's cropping season, President Jammeh decried the poor quality of the harvest, which farmers here blamed on the ever-changing rain pattern. But the President still insists CRR has the potential to feed the Senegambia belt if only there is appropriate farming technique in place. However, the greatest challenge is making sure the current harvest stays in the country. The Gambian leader went further to announce ongoing plans to have burros right across the region to ensure there is continuous production. His election message still revolves around the need to maintain stability and respect for others wishing to make the race to the State House. He is confident, however, of victory come November the 24th, but we want that results to leave a long